Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Go0d, and I am back on Pokemon Showdown. I have a battle factory against Go0d. We actually met on Small Gun Tournament. I signed up for Battle Factory. We chose today to battle, and this is just a recording that I did while we were playing. But basically, I've been playing Battle Factory with my brother for so long, as you can see in my previous videos, and so I thought I got this in the bag. I was like pretty confident. I was like, I got this. But we'll see who wins. Hopefully I advance. Who knows? But here I'm thinking he's gonna lead with Onyx because most people have who has Onyx on the team will lead off with Onyx, and so I lead off with Leap, I think. And so yeah, so I go into Leap. He goes into Onyx. Here I was thinking he should be scared of my Giga Drain even though he has 30. So I'm gonna go for Vox. I'm hoping he switch out so that his 30 won't be activated when he switches out, switches back in rather. So here I go to Giga Drain. That was a mistake because I should have known that his snipe is gonna come in since I can't really do much. Here, I'm actually expecting to go for Leaf Storm with the contrary ability. So my best bet is to switch into my only resisted Pokemon, a Leaf move, which is my Han Edge, and that Leaf Storm did a lot, 40% at +2. So I know another Leaf Storm will definitely knock me out, but I'm just banking it won't. He missed, so I'm gonna go for Iron Head, but he hits me with the Hidden Power Fire, which is a safer move with better accuracy, and I didn't know that, so I said, but here, I was looking at my Pokemon. I was like, all right, Vulpix is the fastest Pokemon on my team with 17 speed, so I'm like, I'm hoping I'm faster. I can hit him with the Blizzard, and I do just that. Take him out with the Blizzard in the hail. So right now it's looking pretty good, pretty solid. Here I'm actually thinking he's going to send out his Baneri. His Baneri is only normal, so it's not like he's part fighting, part normal. So for some reason I actually sent out my I believe I sent out my Leap. Yeah, I think I sent out my Leap because my Leap is pretty defensive with 18 defense. So I'm like, Drain Punch can't do much, especially since he's only normal. But it hits me and did 50%, so I was like, oh lord. So I was like, should I leave him on death order or should I keep him? Because Lily is actually very handy for Corphish and Onyx. So I actually switches out into Sandile, and that was a stupid move because I actually thought Sandile was full ground, but he's actually dark and ground. So I was thinking it was Hippopotamus that I was thinking about. So I lost a guy for no reason, and I sent out my the Toga. And I know I could live one Drain Punch because I see if I have Evalite as an item. So I went for Shell Smash, and here I think he's gonna switch because that guy seemed to be my biggest threat. So of course he's gonna stay in. But I couldn't risk Waterfall because I know Waterfall won't do that much, especially since he's in full range. So I went for Stone Edge. I caught his Volipede, and his Volipede dies. And here he goes for Endure when he sends his Onyx, and that's a smart move because now he gets back his sturdy ability, and now I'm hoping for Waterfall flinch, like I'm praying, but I don't get it, and he's able to tell me with Earthquake. If I had gotten it, I think I would have sealed the game because you know, Shell Smash, anything is just too powerful. But here I decided to go into Vulpix because Onyx is still faster than my Leap, so I didn't want to send him out. And here for some reason I just decided to go for a Warveil. Just to defend all my other Pokemon. Here I think he was contemplating about whether to stay in or not, but he's faster, which is very surprising. I didn't think he would be faster. Honestly, I didn't think he would be faster. And so I lost a critical Pokemon as well. Like I should have just switched out to Leap and let him die, and then let Hail hit him. But now I have Stufel versus Baneri, and I wasn't sure if this Strange Punch is going to do a lot to me, so I decided to go for Return instead of Sword Dance. But I should have known that I would have been able to, you know, live pretty well with one Drain Punch because I have Evalite. So I should have went for the SD and then return. But no matter what, he got me down to like close to dead range. And here he has 2 Pokemon left. So at this point, I was like pretty hopeful that I might actually win. I think he sends out his Corphish here because Handao could do a lot to the Leap, and I think he's trying to go for like Orca Jet. Yeah, he goes for Orca Jet. Doesn't do much to me. I'm able to tell him with a return, Nearly takes him out, but then like thankfully Hell's still up, so Hell is able to take him out. And now he only has his Handalo left, and his Handalo is just going to hit me with like a Dark Pulse or something and takes me out. And because the lead is in such a low range, I actually lose his Dark Pulse. So I said GG at this point. Try to recover just to pray that I live. But he actually won the first game, and that's very unfortunate because I actually lost Sandao, and I think Sandao would have been useful against Handao for sure, especially since I'm ground and dark. So it would have been very handy. I would have gotten that game back. But unfortunately I lost. What can you do? Here I'm going to redeem. This is actually the second game, and I'm hoping to redeem this and win this so we can have another match. If he actually wins, he wins the whole game. And that'll be very disappointing, especially since I've been practicing a lot with my brother. But here I'm looking at his team, I look at my team, completely random. I decided to lead with Giggleth, because it's a good lead, and I know I have stuff locked in the back. He's decided to lead off with Landclock, and here I was not going to do a stuff lock because I know this guy carries taunt. He does go for taunt, so I go for a quick, and I'm able to take him out. Here I shouldn't I know that he has Endeavor, right? But all my other Pokemon don't want to take Endeavor, so I decided to stay in and take him out with Earthquake. I probably should have stayed in, maybe. But he goes into Passamine, and I don't know what this Passamine want to do, so I decided to stay in just to see what he's gonna do. He goes for U-turn. I still don't know if he's Choice Scarf, Choice Bang at this point. But he goes into Grand Ball, and luckily because we doubled down. Oh well, because he gets switch ranges, he doesn't get any Intimidate off on any of my mons. Here I was contemplating about what I should do because he's still full life. So at the end I decided to go into Ditto just to transform into him and get that Intimidate off on him so I have the advantage. And just to gauge what move sets he have. So in a minute you'll see that I actually go into Ditto, yeah. And I'm able to Intimidate, so he's weaker. And then I see a Thunder Wave. So I'm like, he might want to go for Thunder Wave here because my Ditto is Choice Scarf is obvious. And so I decided to switch into Dodrio to kind of take advantage of that. Because now at this point he's at -1. And if he goes for T-Wave, basically I got the advantage right off the bat. I do go into Dodrio, but he actually switches out into his artillery. And here I see leftovers here. I'm like, this guy's not Mega Evolution, thankfully. I don't think Yu has Mega Evolution anyways, but I go for Stone Edge. That does a lot. He goes to Toxics, right? Here I'm deciding I'm gonna switch up my moveset because I know he's gonna switch out. He wants to save him. So I decided to go for Slug Wave, right? And he actually sent out his Grand Ball, which is perfect because he's trying to intimidate me, trying to lower my attack. But I go for Slug Wave, which is super effective to his Fairy guy, and I get the poison, so that really helps. And that gives me the chance to go for a secondary Slug Wave to take him out because of that extra poison. So that was really helpful, and I know he's gonna stay in because I could certainly switch up my moveset, and you know, Typhlosion would not take a Stone Edge well or his Bravery. Here I know for a fact that he won't go for Sucker Punch because I'm at -1, so I decided to go for Stone Edge. I missed, unfortunately. I think that a miss mattered because I would have done some damage on him. It would have definitely helped. But here, for some reason, I switch out into Whimsicott, thinking that I have Encore. But now I'm going to bait him into thinking that I do have Encore, but I don't have Encore. So I actually go for Moonblast, and I actually chip down his Typhlosion, which is perfect because I know his Typhlosion has like Choice Specs or Choice Scarf, and he's able to do Eruption. So I just want to gauge what he does, and he goes for Hidden Power. I'm thinking that has to be Grass. So I'm thinking he's locked because he's trying to catch my Kabutops. So I decided to send out my Drappa, and my Drappa is Choice Specs, so I could definitely knock out any of his Pokemon. I decided not to go for the Draco Meteor because it could miss. So I decided to go for Hyper Voice, which is still stab and does a lot. Here his Passive Mind comes in and he's fighting, so I'm super effective to that. And I don't know if he Choice Scarf or Choice Band, like I said. So he goes for Cold That did a lot. Here I should have double switched into Drappa 100%. That was my mistake. I instead of go for Moonblast, and it doesn't do anything, and I'm chipping away from my life orb, I think. I decided to go for a second here. I don't know why I did that, honestly. He's able to go for Substitute, so I'm like, crap. That is terrible. I didn't want to go to Drappa because Drappa could get super powered. So I decided to go into Kabuto just to knock off his my plan was to knock off his substitute so I could bring out my Ditto and transform and copy his +2 attack from Defiant. But I go for another Aqua Jet because it didn't actually break his thing, even though he don't have a defense up, which is very surprising. But I do have the Z move, and I was like praying, come on, man, continental clutch, take him out with the stab. And I was like, yes, I take him out. So I was like, this is perfect. So the way he sent out his Typhlosion tells me he's Scarf. So I decided to go for an Aqua Jet as he goes for Focus Blast and lock himself, and I'm not able to take him out with the Aqua Jet. That's very unfortunate. Obviously I don't want to send my Drapion Dropper because I'm too effective to his Focus Blast. And now I see that everything is fire, and he definitely has a Flash Fire. That's what I thought. So I'm gonna go for Focus Blast, and I missed, unfortunately. And he hits me with his Focus Blast. That does 70%. Here he apologized, but I'm like, no worries, because it happens. You know, packs happens, part of the game. So I decided to go for Focus Blast again. I missed, and then he goes for Focus Blast. He missed. So I was like, alright, I still have a chance. So I'm gonna go for Focus Blast here. Finally, it hits, takes him out, and he's able to send out his passing out. And now, going to go for Close Combat, but he actually go for Knockoff, and that's very unfortunate because he 2 knockoff actually takes me out, and now I send him my Ditto, and since he has that full defense, no minus defense, I'm looking at his movesets and nothing super effective, so I have to go for Close Combat, and that's the 75%. Like I said, if he had a -1 defense, he would have died. So this was a really close game. Both games were really close, down to 1 Pokemon, but he got the upper hand, so he won 2 out of. So I said I choked, but he won out of 2 out of 3 games. So I just said good luck in his next series. But he left, so I actually told him that in the chat. But yeah, man. GG, good. Hope you advance and into the next series and do well. I had fun too. So until next time, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll participate in more tournaments, so I'll see you guys later. Peace.